Hey guys, it's Sage with the Panhandle-Plains Historical Museum's Education Department. Today I'm going to be giving you a little tour of my film camera collection. We're going to start off with this guy right here, a Kodak cartridge Hawkeye No. 2A Model B camera. This camera was produced in 1924 and has two viewfinders, one for taking photos vertically, and then you can flip it on its side to take those horizontal photos. The next camera is a Jiffy Kodak 616. It's produced in 1933 to about 1937. It has a retractable accordion style lens. And an interesting fact about this camera, along with a couple other my cameras, is its nod to the Art Deco style movement. Now, the Art Deco style was a modern art style that attempted to infuse functional objects with artistic touches. Most often you would see geometric line work and shapes on these designs. The next camera is the Agfa Billy Record 7.7. It as well folds out, and it also has those Art Deco touches on its side plates. Next camera is the Brownie Target 616, produced in about 1946. It also has two viewfinders and would have cost you about $4 back in the day. It came out at the end of the Art Deco movement, so its vertical stripes are more of a nod to the Kodak girl, who is a girl featured in many of Kodak's ads, and she wore a striped dress. Next we'll move on to the Kodak Brownie Hawkeye with the flash. This camera was produced in 1949 to about 1961. It could be sold as a unit, so you would get the flash, the bulbs, the batteries, and the camera. Now, I was lucky enough to have a friend find this camera for me in the original box with the flash and the bulbs and the batteries, and she got it at a garage sale for about $5, so it was a pretty neat find. Now we'll move on to the Sawyer's Nomad 127 camera. This camera came out about 1957, and the Sawyer's Incorporation actually produced Viewmaster 3D viewers as well as these cameras. Now onto the Argus C3 Matchmatic. This camera, the model of this camera was actually featured in Harry Potter's Chamber of Secrets movie, so for all you Harry Potter fans out there, go check it out. Now we have the Kodak Instamatic 104 camera, cute little simple easy to use camera. It was featured in the New York World Fair in 1964, and people really like this camera because instead of a roll of film you had a cartridge, so you could load this camera in broad daylight if you would like. Next we have the Polaroid Model 20, the Swinger. Came out about July 1965 to about 1970, and it was Polaroid's first attempt at a cheap instant camera. So you could get this for about $20, and the camera actually got its name because you could just slip it on your wrist and walk and it would swing. And it also possibly gave a nod to the pop art movement, which was happening at the time. Now we have the Minolta Matic 7S. This camera came out about 1966. This was one of my favorite cameras because this camera belonged to my mom, and I used this in my film photography class as an undergraduate, so I produced a lot of photos with this camera. I spent a lot of time with this guy. Now we have the Kodak Handle, which came out in 1977, and this was Kodak's brief and ultimately doomed attempt at producing an instant camera. I say doomed because Polaroid actually took them to court in 1981 for patent infringement, so it didn't turn out so well for Kodak. Now we'll finish up with my most recent film camera, the Fujifilm Mini 9. I've taken this camera on lots of trips. Super cute, easy to use, and plus it's my favorite color. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of my film camera collection, and I encourage you to curate your own collection at home. So until next time, we'll see you guys.